Well, greetings LEGO enjoyers, and since McLaren won the Silverstone Grand Prix, was originally going to do the Ferrari set, but Lewis Hamilton didn't win, I decided that I'd do the McLaren MCL38. And yes, this is the latest one, by the way. This is copyright 2025. So yeah, this is going to be good. Yeah, the reason why I did a McLaren set is because Lando Norris won. And my goal was to basically make a video of the LEGO set based on the car that won this year's British Grand Prix. And Lando Norris just so happened to win. Yeah, Lando Norris. Oh, look at here, paper bags. Yeah, paper bags. Something new in LEGO. I've never seen this before. Yeah, I'm gonna get to the other ones after I do this one. And also gonna have the Haas F1 build on the way, so we're gonna figure out which bag needs to be opened first. So yeah, paper bags. It's like LEGO is ditching the plastic bags so that they can have bags that are more sustainable and better for the environment. So these are bags number 1 and 2. Never even seen LEGO do this before. Yeah, paper bags. Okay. Yeah, and the thing about the paper bags is that you never know how many pieces are going to be in there, so it's kind of a wild guess. So they got pull tabs. Never actually experienced these kind of paper bags before. This is a whole new thing for me. But at least I could take them to the compost. Yeah, so because Lando Norris won, I have to make the LEGO set based on his car, the McLaren. Legs. Yeah, there's the minifigure. Gotta get the helmets. Yeah, orange on black. And yes, the orange on black is also a thing with McLaren's IndyCar team. Yeah, we'll put them to the side. Because right now we got the car to build. Okay. Yeah, did you know that Formula 2 cars were actually faster than Formula 1 cars? One time? Yeah, I know, it's called GP2. It wasn't called Formula 2, it was basically GP2. Same thing though, it's a second tier lower series to Formula 1. And that was in 2014 when Formula 1 first adopted the hybrid regulations, and they weren't well liked. Yeah, and the GP2 cars were lighter, and that meant that they were faster than some of the F1 cars, which wasn't very good for the pinnacle of motorsport. Yeah, the pinnacle of motorsport means fastest. But if you have lower tier cars being faster than cars in the pinnacle of motorsport, then you're in trouble. Yeah, the hybrid regulations did eventually improve in age, and the hybrid systems eventually got lighter. Yeah, I still think there's a future of hybrid systems, and I think that hybrid systems are actually beneficial to road-going cars because they help improve the engine's reliability more so than turbochargers, and you also got the benefit of the engines being naturally aspirated, a lot of them. Yeah, and if they're going to go with biofuels for 2029, according to what the rumors say, then they're going to have to reintroduce refueling, since even with biofuels, the V8 engine won't make it to the full Grand Prix distance without a hybrid unit. Because I do believe that hybrid units, while they make the car heavier, do improve fuel efficiency. Yeah, I don't think that a V8 would make it to the full Grand Prix distance without a hybrid unit. It will be lighter, yes, but it won't be as fuel efficient because it's more cylinders. Yeah, more cylinders burn more fuel. But a benefit of having V8s is you have an iconic engine sound, and that's good for the fans. IndyCar also has a hybrid system, but that series has refueling. However, it can also cut down on the time of refueling. Yeah, the hybrid system, say what you want about it, but it helped introduce new fuel strategies, and it actually gives the cars more horsepower. It actually gives them a boost in horsepower. One series where I found out that they were ditching the hybrid system with WRC, but that's only because they were getting expensive to units, so they ditched it for the Rally 1 regulations as the cost of hybrid systems were getting really expensive. Yeah, and you have to have repairs done to your car because of the harsh environments. Yeah, it's something that's beneficial with the World Rally Championship. Okay. It doesn't matter which way you put it because it basically looks the same. Yeah. Hybrid units are beneficial for longer distances, and they are important for endurance car racing. Yeah, I actually don't mind having a hybrid system. Yeah, and all those talks about hybrid systems being really expensive, well, they're not as expensive as you would think because hybrid systems have gotten more advanced and are now getting to the point where You can buy a hybrid system for cheap. It's kind of like electric cars. Yeah, the price anxiety is kind of not an issue right now because electric vehicles are getting cheap, well, used ones. And people can finally get them for a good price, but the range anxiety is still there. Another problem with EVs is Tesla fanboys. Yeah, I like Teslas, don't get me wrong, but Tesla fanboys are some of the most annoying EV enthusiasts out there, and you also have to deal with internal combustion purists. They don't get along well with EV fans. And a lot of them are being gatekept, which is pretty sad. Yeah, they're especially being gatekept away from Tesla guys. Because, of course, Tesla guys have an inflated ego, just like you know who. But don't get me wrong, I still like their cars. They separate the cars themselves from their creator. Yeah, I have doubts about non-hybrid cars make it to a full Grand Prix distance. Considering that there's no refueling involved. Yeah, I'd also like to get a Sauber F1 car to celebrate Nico Hülkenberg's podium finish. That was surreal. Like, I didn't even expect Nico Hülkenberg to get a podium finish. Like, Lewis Hamilton being beaten by the McLaren boys is one thing, but him being beaten by a backmarker, yeah, that's surreal, man. It's kind of like Ayrton Senna being beaten by one of the Leighton House or BMS Scuderia drivers. Yeah, I know that Sauber existed in the early 90s, but I don't think they were well known yet. Yeah, like, imagine if for example, John Elacey from Prost managed to beat Michael Schumacher or Mika Hakkinen for a podium finish at Silverstone. Yeah, it's pretty much what, like, Nico Hülkenberg's podium finish is like. Yeah, a shocker and absolutely surreal and unexpected. It's surreal to see a backmarker in the podium. Although even more surreal, although just as surreal is, I think there was one time in the Malaysian Grand Prix where Stewart Grand Prix won a race. Yeah, like, the full story is with another YouTuber. I don't want to explain it too much in detail because I believe one YouTuber's explained it in detail. Alright. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. And you say Formula 1 is boring nowadays. Well, guess what? That is anything but boring. Crazy. Yeah, Nico Hülkenberg is a backmarker. It would be even crazier if he managed to win a race. But a podium finish for him is pretty good for his team. Yeah, like, Notice how this Lego build, it's built differently from this Haas F1 car that I've gotten. Do, 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 do. Yeah. Just goes to show how unpredictable Formula One can be at times. Just when you think the odds are against Nico Hülkenberg, gets a podium finish. Still miss Kevin Magnussen though. Yeah, Nico Hülkenberg is back in Formula One. I'm glad he is, but I still miss Kevin Magnussen. Instead, Haas F1 replaced Kevin Magnussen with Oliver Behrman, a guy who I don't even know as well as Kevin Magnussen. Yeah, I like Kevin Magnussen better, because Kevin Magnussen is known for his aggressive driving style. Which you probably learned from Stewart Haas Racing. Yes, before Haas Factory Team existed and Stewart Haas Racing was still a thing. The British Grand Prix. It's amazing. It's also amazing that Jeremy Clarkson and Caleb from Clarkson's Farm made a cameo here. Yeah. Britain loves rain. I still can't get over the fact that Fabio Briatore, aka Mr. Crashgate, is now the head of Alpine. Yeah, the same guy that was known for the infamous incident with Nelson Piquet Jr. intentionally crashing out just so that he could get Fernando Alonso higher up in the points standings, is now the head of Alpine. Although the good news is that Valtteri Bottas might join Alpine next year. Yeah, I want to see the racing cyclist join either Cadillac or Alpine. Yeah, Alpine doesn't have their own engines anymore. But, alrighty, we're back. Let's see where we left off. Here we go. Yeah, I'm doing my best to clear out any Lego set that I haven't done yet. So I can basically get to them sooner rather than later. Yeah, I like to get to them sooner rather than later. Oh my god. What's up with these insects? Yeah. Insect murder right on screen. What a way to go, am I right? Okay. Here we go. Got a bunch of sets to get to. I need to get to them. Oops, wrong area. There we go, much better. Alrighty, it's our first sticker. The OKX sticker. Yeah. It's definitely one of their sponsors. I don't know what kind of company it is, but it's on the McLaren cars. Right. Where did I... There it is. Yeah, it's rare to have real, genuine human content like this nowadays, because AI videos have pretty much been taking over YouTube. And to have real, genuine human content like this is definitely a breath of fresh air. There we go. It's a lot different from the Haas F1 set that I got. Yeah, I thought that they would be identical in the way they're built, but no. This is really like Formula One. Because if you think about it, every car in Formula One, despite looking the same, is actually built different. They're not spec chassis. As opposed to IndyCar and Super Formula, which do have spec chassis. Okay, here we go. Wrong piece. It's supposed to be this one. There we go. Yeah, and just like that. Yeah, I plan on getting a second McLaren car to represent Piastri. Yeah, so one car for Norris and one car for Piastri. This definitely does encourage you to get two of the same set to represent both drivers. So you have one car for Lando Norris and another car for Oscar Piastri. But you only need two of the same set, because if you have three, you're kind of a crazy person. And no, I'm not going to make another video on this duplicate set, because I already made one as it is. And you're watching it right now. There. There we go. It's a really nice looking set. Another insect. Yeah, it's a chrome logo. Yeah, it's definitely built a lot differently from the other McLaren sets. Yeah, even though each Lego F1 car is identical, each one still provides a unique building experience. So they're not clone builds. Yeah, these pieces should have been printed on. This is cost cutting at its worst. Yeah, there's supposed to be another sticker on it. Sticker number 20. Yeah, it's kind of pushing it in Lego. These pieces could have been printed on. Yeah, and you have to fill it in there until you properly get it in. It's a pretty tight crevice. Yeah, Formula One is usually sponsored by a lot of tech companies. It makes sense. Tech companies have some of the biggest, richest in the world. And with Formula One, you gotta have as much money as you can to run the cars. Yeah, so in case you're wondering if teammates fight against each other, and yeah, like, probably when Lynn Jr. tries to compete against her teammates, well, guess what? Well, I don't know if I ever saw Lynn Jr. compete against her own teammates in the show itself, but I do know for a fact that McLaren has both Piastri and Norris trying to compete against each other. Yeah, they might be teammates, but they still competing for the championship. It's every man for himself, man. Let's open up bags 3 and 4. They're up next. Ooh. Here we go. Bags 3 and 4. God. This is plastic bags. At least I don't have to use my teeth in the paper bags, but I like the snap that the plastic bags have. It's so satisfying. And it is really satisfying, by the way. You get a snappity snap. Yeah, like the problem here is if you try to open it like that, be careful, you might lose some pieces. I'm trying not to lose any pieces. Alrighty, here we go. Sticker number 6. Yeah, it is supposed to go in like that. Oh. The undercarriage is trying to pop off. Alright. Yeah, Formula 2 cars are supposed to be, well, they're usually supposed to be slower than Formula 1 cars because it's a lower series despite the higher number. Yeah, it's like golf scoring. The higher number doesn't mean a better score. But there was one time in Formula 1 where Formula 2 cars were faster. Well, it's called GP2, but it's the same thing. And GP2 was even rebranded to the FIA Formula 2 Championship. And they use the same cars. So it's Formula 2. GP2 is basically Formula 2, the predecessor to it. So you might as well throw away any semblance of math, because normal maths don't apply to the higher number of series. Because, well, 2 is a higher number than 3. Yeah, well, 3 is a higher number than 2. In Formula racing, Formula 3 cars are slower than Formula 2 cars. And Formula 4 cars are slower than Formula 3 cars. And they usually have engines that are more cost effective, and Formula 4 cars have 4-cylinder engines, whereas Formula 3 and Formula 2 have 6 cylinders. And Formula 1 has 6 cylinders, although there might be reports of them going over to 8-cylinder engines in 2029, but it's just speculation. Formula 1 is the pinnacle of motorsport. At least that's what it's supposed to be. But having lower series cars be faster than the higher series cars definitely does ruin the reputation of Formula 1 being the pinnacle of motorsport. Yeah. So Formula GP2 cars are faster than Formula 1 cars. That's because in 2014, Formula 1 cars had the new hybrid regulations that made the cars significantly slower, at least some of them. Number 22. Oh, that's not number 22, that's number 27. There's number 22. Okay. Alright. Another one. There. Very. Look at that. Yeah, we got another piece within a piece. Yeah. Come on, get in there. Alright. There we go. And it's another piece within a piece. It's a pretty big assembly. Whatever it is. There we go. We got another piece to deal with. Jeez. There we go. And we got it ready. Snapped in. 11 and 13. At least these pieces are printed on. Seriously, like, they have these pieces printed on, but they decided to put stickers on the others. Yeah, like, there's no excuse, man. No excuse. Here we go. Wait a sec, they're both number 8s. Both stickers are number 8. Krum, pum. Krum, pum. Krum, pum. Krum, pum. Krum, pum. Krum, pum. Ah. Two and 4. Man, McLaren's got a lot of sponsors. Alright, here we go. Jesus. Stickers are microscopic. There's no reason to have them as stickers. They could have them as printable Yeah, they could have easily have them printed on. Yeah. Simple. There we go. Got McLaren rear wing assembly. But don't forget this piece so it doesn't fall apart. There. Looking good, man. Say so myself. Should have IndyCar Lego sets. So we can have McLaren's F1 cars and their Indy racing cars display alongside each other. Yeah, imagine that. Having Lando Norris's and Oscar Piastri's cars display alongside Pato O'Ward's car, Christian Lundgaard's car, and, well, Nolan Siegel's car, and Linus Lifquist's car. I can't pronounce his name. But it would be cool to have all the McLaren drivers represented. Yeah, Pato O'Ward, Christian Lundgaard, Nolan Siegel, Oscar Piastri, and Lando Norris. Shoot. Got to put this piece on. Sheesh. Accelerating web free. Get on there, man. It's freaking. It's only a clip. There. Now we're going to look for bags 5 and 6. First bags 5 and 6. Oh, there's bag 5. It fell under there. And there's bag 6. He's right by me. Alrighty. It's gonna be cool, man. Let's finish this up. Yeah. OKX. That is soft. Very nice. Imagine seeing Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri on Hot Ones. Yeah, no, it's not a dating show. Get your mind out of the gutter. It's just a show about a celebrity guest eating hot wings with really spicy sauce. That's it. Love to see them on Hot Ones. I mean, Lewis Hamilton appeared on Hot Ones once. Still hoping for Lewis Hamilton to win his first race. If Chase Briscoe, a former Ford driver, can win at Pocono, then surely Lewis Hamilton must have his lucky day and try to win one for his team. Yeah, which is Ferrari. I mean, if you're racing for Ferrari, you gotta expect something really amazing. Because Ferrari isn't just a race team. It's a race team of outstanding magnificence, outstanding magnificence, and a team where you have to do your best. Magnificence. Yeah. Ferrari is an amazing Formula One team. They're known for bringing Michael Schumacher to victory lane and known for all of their Grand Prix wins. And of course, they get beaten by McLaren, their closest rival. Of course, in the history of Formula One, Michael Schumacher has only ever feared one driver, and it's Mika Hakkinen, a McLaren driver. Ironic, isn't it? Nowadays, it's no different. McLaren's beating Ferrari. Ferrari is all about being the best. Ferrari. Yeah, it's an entire front wing assembly. Look at that, man. And another sticker. Oh, good Lord. Look at how small it is, man. Yeah, like this piece should be printed on. There's no reason why it shouldn't be printed on. Yeah, and Lewis Hamilton is a really famous driver. Yeah, in fact, he's probably more famous than Chase Briscoe, and him appearing on Hot Ones definitely goes to show how famous he really is. Lewis Hamilton isn't just a driver. He is a media personality. Sure, Chase Briscoe is famous as well, but has Chase Briscoe ever appeared on Hot Ones? No. He hasn't. Only Lewis Hamilton has. Yeah, and like I said, I really feel bad for Lewis Hamilton in his current situation, especially at Ferrari, because Lewis Hamilton deserves to win. He deserves to win and have his breakout victory just like Chase Briscoe did. Still expecting that. Lewis Hamilton should win. Just hoping that the Dutch Grand Prix is this one breakout race. Although Dutch is also I think Verstappen is also Dutch. And that is his home track. Yeah. Gives Verstappen a reason to win. It motivates him. Yeah, even though Red Bull isn't in the best situation right now, he still feels confident in being in Red Bull. Yeah, like I said, I've never heard of a team that's been more determined to stay where he is than Verstappen. Aside from Denny Hamlin and JGR, he stayed there for his entire career. He really wants he really wants to be the driver of the number 11 and wants to win that championship. Okay, where is it? Yeah, I really wanted to see Verstappen move over to Mercedes. Yeah, in my opinion, Mercedes would have been a much better team for Verstappen, but if Verstappen wants to stay at Red Bull, it's his choice. It's his move. Your move, man. This definitely dispels the rumors of him joining Mercedes. Okay, here we go. Although he should join Mercedes. Be really good there. But, oh well. It is what it is. There. Whoops. Yeah, and ironically enough, Arrow is also a sponsor for McLaren's IndyCar team. Yeah, Pato Award is known for the Arrow sponsor. Yeah, imagine seeing the McLaren Indy guys by the McLaren F1 guys. That would be amazing. Yeah, in IndyCar, they're called Arrow McLaren. Although, the McLaren IndyCar team doesn't win as much as the Formula One team because of, well, you know who. Alex Palou. Wanting to be up there with the best. There we go. There we go. And we got our wing mirrors. Okay, here we go. There it is. Yeah, it's finished. See what it looks like. Closer up. Well, here it is. And just like the other sets, the way to get the driver in is by lifting up the cockpit halo. Make sure that get his arms in there just like so. There you go. Now, for size comparison, here is the Haas F1 car that I got built. Yeah. Let's get him out there. Trying to. Yeah, as you can see, they're the same size. So yeah. McLaren just keeps on winning. And leaving their competitors in the dust. Yeah, they got better in 2024, but in 2025, they really showed. Anyways, this is the Bandito signing off. All I have to say now is catch you guys next time and peace out.